Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketappeal, and today we're doing a design team card using the Maymay Made It stamps. And for this particular project, I'm going to be using the Floral Kaleidescope, which is one of my favorite stamps, and I'm going to be using Santa's Key. So I'm going to be using this particular gift tag kind of stamp on this one, and in this one I'm going to be using I love you, and I'm going to be using the flower. So we're going to be able to make a really pretty card for Mother's Day. So let's get started. This is going to be an A2 card. I'm using a white or kind of an off-white cardstock, and I'm also going to be using another piece that I just kind of cut out, and this is going to be where my design is going to be. And then I'm going to use this really pretty kind of a checkered like yellow and pink scrapbook paper, and that's going to be the background for this. So the first thing we're going to do is I am going to be using my Memento ink, and we're going to be using the flower. It's this particular one right here from the Floral Kaleidescope. And I love this Rosebud Memento ink. And this comes in a pack of dewdrop inks. They're so cute. It's a good way to add a lot of inks to your stash at one time, especially if you're new to stamping. And this is available through Maymay's store. I will post the link below. Okay, so I'm thinking of a border on this one. And so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of ink up my flower here, because you can't go wrong with flowers for Mother's Day. And I'm just going to make a border right around this area here. So I always like to start in the middle and then kind of go out to the sides. That way I can have it centered a little bit better. Okay, and just that simple repetitive stamping just makes a nice little border right around there. And so we're going to put that to the side for a moment, because I want to work on this other little sentiment. So you're going to actually need, I just take whatever scraps I have, and I'm going to be taking this cute little gift tag stamp. I really like this. Even though it's not Christmas or the holidays yet, I like to use this all year round. I'm going to do that in black. Just give it a nice little outline. Okay. I'm going to wipe this off. Then on the inside of this, I'm going to stamp I love you. And I think moms understand that sentiment no matter what time of year. Moms love to hear I love you. So I'm just going to kind of stamp that right in the middle there. And this fits perfectly. Look how pretty that is. And because I'm sticking with the pink, I'm also going to do like a yellow. So what I'm going to do is use my Copic marker, and I'm just going to go, just to give this a little bit more color, I'm just going to go right around the outside. Right along that border. And that just gives just a little bit more, just adding a little bit of color to that. And then I'm just going to cut this out. So I am going to use this on the card. And I'm just going right outside that black line because I want that to make it stand out more. Okay, and I figured I'd put that somewhere in here, maybe kind of off to the side, just like that, maybe something like that. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to take that now. I'm going to take this, and I just need a little bit of an outline. So I just usually just hold it up just like this, just to give it a little bit of something. Just adding that extra, paper, and I'm just gonna cut it out. Okay, and just doing that little bit. Adds a nice border around it. And I want it to be just like that. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to mount that on there. And I'm going to mount this on here. And I'm thinking whether I should do it kind of sideways a little bit. I think that will be pretty. Yep. I could just do it straight, but I think sideways looks nice. Kind of like that. Okay. And I'm going to use my crafter's tape and just kind of tape that on. And if you want, you can mount it. I'm going to put it just like this. And I don't want it to come over the center of that because I'm going to do something in the center of that flower. Look how pretty. Just adding that little border on there makes it look really pretty. I'm going to mount it on here also. And let's see, just want to make sure I get this on here nice and straight. And look how pretty that is. Just adding that little bit of a border, just a touch. Just going to cut this side off so it looks a little bit more even. And this is the type of card where you can make a bunch of these. Now, for some reason, I feel like it needs, this right here needs just a tiny bit of a border around it. So I'm going to take my pink marker. I'm just going to do a light, just lightly, just go across. Not a perfectly straight line, almost like painting. And I'm just going to add a border, and I think that'll give it just a little bit more. Sometimes you can't really see it until you put everything together. Otherwise, I would have done this before, but this is okay too. I'm kind of liking my border here. Okay. So now that I put that border on, I feel like it needs a little bit of yellow in there just to match my paper. So let's see how I can add some yellow in here. I think I'm just going to go in my sign here and just create a little bit of yellow just around here. And all I did is went inside that pink outline there. And that looks really pretty. And so if I wanted to, I can actually take this flower and just in between each of those petals, just put a little bit of yellow. And it just adds a little bit more interest to it. Just a little bit of color can really kind of transform that. So look how that looks a lot different once I put that yellow in there. And this is a simple enough card where you can kind of really play around with it and do some other things with it. You can use different color combinations as well. I'm really liking that. Okay, and I think I've done enough with that one. And look how pretty that looks with the border and everything. Really nice. I am loving that. So we're going to take our card base now, and I'm going to take some mounting stickers here. And I think I'm going to mount this on here. And that's going to look really pretty. And these are the mounting stickers that I got from Dollar Tree. I'm getting pretty good use out of these too. And they stick extremely well. Okay, so now we're going to get to put this on here. And if I wanted to, I can kind of curve it just a little bit like that. I've done that before. Or I can just put it straight on. Okay, and what would a card be without pearls? So I am going to put some pearls right in the center of my flower here. Just in the center there, I think it's going to look really pretty. Perfect for a Mother's Day card. And of course, I'm using my art glitter glue. Best adhesive ever for card making. If you're really into card making, or even other crafting projects, I really love using that art glitter glue. And look how pretty that is. And for my cards, my Mother's Day cards especially, I just write a personal sentiment on the inside rather than just kind of stamp something in there. I like to kind of personalize it because it's for my mom and my sister. So I really, really love this. I hope you like it too. I will list the stamps that I used below. I hope you were inspired by this. Here's another one that I did. A little bit of a different border on that one. And then I did another one and I just stamped I love you right on the card. So these can be as easy as you want them to be. You can make a bunch of them for all the moms in your life. And so I hope you were inspired by this. Be sure to check out Maymay's website. I will go ahead and put it below. I will also put all the supplies I used below. And thanks so much for joining me. Bye.